Hi all, Prompt here. Just kind of wanted to just ramble on about the election for a bit, document my perception of how everything went down this year, because it was a doozy. So last year's election, I stood a bit of a chance of winning that, but I didn't. But I enjoyed it. This year, I had no desire to really run and compete in a serious way, but I did run. So I want to explain why I ran. When I first decided I didn't really want to run, I thought maybe I'll pick a candidate and endorse them. That'll be fun. And I approached Fornicator because I could see that he was really pushing hard to be president, and he was really interested in it. I didn't realize how passionate, but pretty passionate. So anyways, I asked him if he wanted me to endorse him, and he said my endorsement was worthless. Total disrespect. I couldn't take that lying down, so I decided I will run. I'll see how well I can do, and this is just funny LARP with working on the highways, and me lying that I was like gonna steal credit for his work that his group did on the highways, and just cutthroat politics, yap yap yap. It was fun, good times. Anyways, during all this time that there's all this drama over highways and trying to get attention for campaigns, and this is even before the debate. You really saw a lot of Fornicator and honorable mention to people like Waffle and Creven, etc. Helping their campaign. It was fun times. What was I doing here? Oh, yeah, making money. So that all happened, and there are other candidates running, but we'll talk to them more as we get to the debates, which is now. So time skip forward to the debates, and you've got Forney, Henny, myself, Epic, Jalapeno, Cillian, and I really apologize if I just managed to forget someone. It's not. I think I named everyone though. So the debates happen, and leading up to it, like the day of, I think, Fornicator's like, okay, look, Prompt, we're going to the debates. Just I want you to endorse me. What's it gonna cost? And we came to an agreement. And some good in-game swag. Very happy. I got what I wanted. I found out my endorsement meant something. And I'm a little petty. Got a little bit of an ego. And that's I got paid. Tangible in-game goods. So I guess technically not tangible. Kept me happy. And so during the debate, first time I think I got asked anything, or maybe after the first point or two, I just go, hey, look, I'm gonna drop out. I'm endorsing Fornicator. A little bit of funny LARP about calling him the king and stuff, but what happened, and I endorsed Fornicator. And keep in mind, he's in the debate. I'm endorsing him live. Then the election happens, and we all expect Fornicator to win by a landslide. And then, as the election results are coming out, somehow a spreadsheet got shared. And this spreadsheet showed that Fornicator had won in terms of popular vote. He'd won the election, but all the votes for him were made invalid because by a rule, Fornicator wasn't eligible to run for president. But he did run for president, and he won, and they waited until he won to invalidate the votes when they saw that he was going to win, which is just kind of bad. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. You should have said he wasn't able to run. So, in the defense of the election committee, they decided, hey, look, we'll do a second election. And just, to talk about why the election kind of matters to people so much is because it gets your name put on the, Constantiam timeline. It's like a map art or something, or a Reddit post, but it's a cool, fun thing. It's a time-honored tradition, all that good stuff. Since the server's creation, the timeline's been being, updated over time, thus being called a timeline. So we do the re-election, and immediately Fornicator teamed up with the other candidate, and that is kind of important to the story, Epic Face the Third. Basically, if you want to support Fornicator, vote Epic Face the Third. I don't even like Epic Face the Third. I got my own drama with the guy. We had a little bit of an argument. Now I'm banned from the Constantiam wiki, which no one really updates anymore anyways, because everyone that's worked on it has basically quit the wiki anyways. So that's a whole other drama. So I voted for Epic Face because I was endorsing Fornicator, and really everybody that was voting for Fornicator should have voted for him. He made announcements in his channel. He put the command in there that you needed to type in. He sent out reminders on day of for everyone to vote, like proper campaigning, going, knocking on doors. Oh, there goes an anvil. But, you know, you could really see the effort there. Meanwhile, I didn't really see as much for the candidate that, you know, won. So as soon as we do this new election, this time they didn't leak the spreadsheet. Obviously, they wouldn't make that mistake again, you know, showing the version history of how he'd won, and then it was changed afterwards. But basically, the original winner won again, and it's you know, well, I like the guy that did win, but it's also like you can't really trust that he did win properly anymore because of how the election's been run, and there's been bias being shown, at least against the people that would have won. The winner's been on the server for a long time. Good guy, definitely, you know, deserves the honor, but because it's done by vote and by, you know, you got to campaign leading up to it. You got to push, you got to interact with the community, and not from my point of view, I never saw anything in chat really supporting the winner. I didn't see a lot of people talking about it. Maybe some Dawn Fuhr players, perhaps. But, you know, very disappointed in this year's election. Not much more to, you know, I can say about that. Oh no, all that work and I didn't grab an arrow. But I think I've talked about the, you know, my take on it. We got a winner. Winner's not a bad guy, but it feels like Fornicator should have won. But, you know, if there's rules that he shouldn't won, I mean, it's how the rules were interpreted, and it's just bad when they were enforced only after he had won. And yeah, it's an icky situation, and the only thing I could really suggest at this point is maybe next year someone out there, have your own bots ready in your own campaign for your polling agency. Go, like, if you're going to vote, let us know how you voted if you want your vote recorded with us as well. Some kind of transparency system. You know, have an independent group that is going to do exit polls really, really well. And like, if you vote for the bot, you're also voting for them right after, like 2 commands back to back, just so that you can make sure your vote is counted. Like, that, you know, the players would probably want to do that. That's, you know, all I can say is, you know, I don't know who to trust. I don't know if anyone's trustworthy. If I had to bet money, like, you know, I think that it was, what's that on my screen? Client world block state. That's weird. Anyways, that's all I have to say.